Hey guys, Tony here, and I've got a really fantastic deal for you today. This is our latest, and it's not exactly a brand new tool because people who have been in the Fightback traffic systems WhatsApp group have been familiar from the very beginning of that group of a strategy that I call social listening. Now, social listening isn't something completely new, but the way that we do it is something very unique, okay, and that's what I'm going to show you here today. Okay, now why social listening? Well, we can find from places like Twitter, Substack, your Gmail, YouTube, from playlists, from channels, from search sessions that you do inside YouTube, and from places like Perplexity as well. There's a whole bunch of places that we can do social listening, okay? And what we've done is we've built some scrapers for each one of those, okay? And the scrapers allow us to go and grab the posts that are being done on these platforms, okay? And then we have this tool here that you can see. It's called the social listening tool. Now, this is where we have a social media intelligence hub in here, okay? And this will give us a huge amount of information, and all we have to do is we have to scrape with one click using a scraper for a particular platform. We can upload it and we can get it analyzed, and we can we can have takeaways of what kind of custom GPTs that we can build, what kind of products that we can validate. We can discover pain points and frustrations within different niches and within different topics, etc. There's a huge amount of stuff that we can do here. So let's just go into Twitter first of all. Now, in Twitter, you will find there are a lot of people giving away some really fantastic strategies, stuff that you would expect to be sold on Warrior Plus, and people would be building huge email lists, like 1,000 plus email list, selling stuff like this. Like this guy here, for example, brand new Pinterest strategy, never shared it before. In the last 60 days, 5.2 million impressions, 90,000 outbound clicks, 3.1 thousand saves, zero money spent on ads or SEO, and $1,000 per month site revenue, okay, which makes the site a $30,000 asset. This kind of thing, that would definitely sell 1,000 plus copies on Warrior Plus. Even at $12.95, this guy could put that information there, but he's giving it away, okay? And what we want to do is we want to scrape this, okay? So what I've done is I've figured out how the algorithm works, so that when you're in Twitter, or x.com as it's called now, if you go to the For You tab, that automatically populates with these kind of giveaways. And this is like having hundreds of Warrior Plus offers for free every single day, okay? But how do we analyze them? How do we find out which ones are worth our time? Okay, here's a grok free cheat sheet, etc. So what we do is we simply go to the scraper, okay, and here we've got a scraper. We call it the Smart X Ad Targeter. Now, it's not just for ads, okay? I built this initially so that I could scrape all the people that were doing the giveaways, so that when I do a giveaway via Twitter ads, I can use all of these profiles, all of these Twitter profiles that are doing giveaways, to create a lookalike audience. And so that would mean that I'm targeting the people that are following them, the people that are interacting with them. And if I click on here, you can see that I've got 161 posts, Twitter posts scraped, okay? Now, the more you scroll down, the more you're going to get scraped, okay? It's very, very simple to use. Just scroll down, scrape, and now if I click it again, that's gone up to 195. All I need to do is click Save to CSV, and I'm going to call this one Latest, and I'm going to save it in here. Okay, now if I go back over to our social listening tool, I can click Upload, I can choose a file, and I'm going to take the latest one that we just saw there, and it will start to process, and you can see it's processing 21, 25, 30 items, and we have to wait for that to go all the way up. Okay, so while that is happening, let's go over into Perplexity. Okay, one of the really popular things that I'm starting to dig into right now is Google local service ads. Okay, I'm really seriously thinking about offering this as a service and building a tool to help me to automate as much of it as possible. And what you notice is in Perplexity, while you are having a deep chat, okay, within one thread, you will see these related questions pop up all the time. Okay, and as these keep popping up and you click on one of them or you add more questions, then every time it responds, it's going to give you more of those related questions. Okay, so we got a tool that can help us to scrape these related questions. Okay, but it does more than that as well. So we can take here 20 related questions that we got, we can copy them all or we can export them. Okay, and also what I've done is I've put in here some prompts that we can do, and you can click on that and it will open up ChatGPT. And so you can get ideas for lead magnets, for YouTube videos, podcast episodes, blog posts, find pain points, monetization opportunities, etc. And that can as well be uploaded within the social listening tool. Okay, so it's uploaded 140. Let's now go into our dashboard now that we get these 140 pulled in here. And here what we can see is the high value content. This is the content that the software thinks that you should spend time on, because there's so much information getting posted every single day. You can't possibly read all of that stuff. It's too much information. So what it does is it will separate the ones that it knows that you're interested in. Okay, and basically it will tell you things like content gap analysis, give you ideas for custom GPTs, newsletter content ideas, etc. as well, and you can just click a button and it will go and get those ideas for you. Okay, I will come back to that in just a few minutes. Okay, so next, this is one that I really wanted to get done for a long time, being able to scrape the comments in YouTube videos. So I found this video here from Jake Dawson, and it's got 60,000 views. Okay, it's about how to scrape unlimited leads from Facebook groups. I want to know what the comments are there, because there's going to be some great questions. There's going to be maybe some alternative solutions mentioned. And as we scroll down, you can see we've got 428 comments in here. Now, if I go and find my scraper for this, okay, the comment scraper, and I click on this, then you can see that I can click on scrape the comments, and it's going to go and find all 120 comments, and it's scraped in that I can basically export those as a CSV. And also I've got a prompt here, okay, and it basically tells ChatGPT or Claude to analyze it separately, and it's got all of these comments in here that get sent into a chat. But if I want to export it as a CSV, I can come over to my tool again, okay, and I can click on here to choose the files, and I can go and find my comments, which I forgot to save. Okay, I've got my comments file, and it's going to upload them. And while that's happening, let's jump into the next one as well. Now, one of the most popular platforms to emerge in the last couple of years, certainly in the last 12 months, it's really taken off, is Substack Notes. Okay, so Substack is better known for being a sort of a newsletter platform. Okay, you can send newsletters, etc. as well. Now they started to do something called Substack Notes, and it's almost kind of similar to Twitter in a way, where you got these little short notes and people are sharing some really good information, and it's giving they're giving huge amounts of tips as well. Okay, it's kind of similar to Twitter. The thing is with this, it doesn't really work in an algorithm the same way as Twitter works. It works by who you are following. Okay, so you're only going to see feeds in here. Your feed is only going to be full of people that you're following. So the best thing to do is to follow a bunch of people that have got similar interests, and they make it very easy, because when you follow one, it suggests others that you might want to follow as well. And as you scroll down here, there's a huge amount of stuff, a huge amount of information that is actually very useful. Okay, about content marketing. Let's see what we've got in here. How to write with storytelling. how to grow on Substack, how to grow on social media, all that kind of good stuff. There's a ton of information. LinkedIn monetization ladders, you'll find a whole bunch of stuff about no code as well, and you can follow the topics that you're interested in. So what we did is we built a tool for being able to scrape that. Okay, so if I click on the Substack notes, you can see that I can scrape the notes, and depending on how far I've scrolled down, if I keep scrolling, I'm going to get more. You can see I've scraped 117 notes. Again, save to CSV, put it into the social listening tool, it will analyze it. Okay, and all of this is getting done in just a couple of minutes, which would, you know, normally take me a huge amount of time to try and just filter through the ones that I'm interested in. You can literally spend more than an hour or even 2 hours going through these platforms one by one. Each platform, actually Twitter, I could easily spend 1 or 2 hours in just going through all the amazing stuff that gets shared in there, and YouTube as well. Even if I'm not watching the videos, I'm just scrolling through and I'm seeing all these different ideas and latest information about AI advancements, or AI marketing methods, or AI tools, or new techniques, new how-tos, all different kinds of content that has been posted in all these different platforms. You could spend hours every week going through that, and with this, if you did this just once a week and you spend about 10-15 minutes, you can gather all that information, you can put it into the social listening tool and get it all analyzed for you. Okay, it will even give you ideas for your own newsletters. Okay, it will give you ideas for being able to use for building products, for affiliate promotions, anything you can imagine. Okay, it depends what you put in with the searches and who you are following, the topics that you're following, etc., etc. So we've got another one as well, and this one is a Gmail scraper. Now this is a big one for me, because people who I subscribe to for newsletters, they do some fantastic content, and some of them are doing it on a daily basis, and I know which ones are getting really popular, and I know what kind of I know what kind of content that I should be copying if I want to repeat the same results with a similar audience. Okay, so they will be successful already with the audience that I want to target. I can see instantly, and when I come in here, you can see I've got a whole bunch of newsletters from people like the Rundown AI Marketing Letter, Matthew Woodward, James Clear, Chase Demond, Brain Buzz, and there's a whole bunch of these. I've literally subscribed to probably hundreds of newsletters, but I haven't got time to read all of those. What we can do is we can just simply use the Gmail scraper. Okay, I can click on Scrape Gmails, and it's going to pull the last 100 emails within this feed here. Now it will do it if you're in the primary column here, or if you're in promotions, if you want to see what people are promoting. That's going to be full of people from JVZoo affiliates, Warrior Plus affiliates in my account anyway, or social media, or updates. Okay, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in updates. And also what you can do is you can label different senders. So if I've got a whole bunch of people sending me newsletters, I can just label each one as newsletter within Gmail, and I can click here and it would just show me the feed for all the newsletters, and I could scrape that as well. So whatever the view that you have got here is what the Gmail scraper will scrape. It's actually pretty phenomenal. It's such a time saver for me, and it lets me get some really deep insights that I'm able to use very, very quickly to get some great product ideas, and to see what's being promoted on in places like JVZoo and Warrior Plus, to see if I've missed anything. And also I like to use this for what I call contest sniping. So if you've got an email list, one of the great strategies that I've been using lately is to wait until they've got closing contests, when all the big guys have kind of exhausted their list, but they have a closing contest and they might have like $1,000 in contest prize money. And if you go in there with a fresh list with a really good bonus, and you know the pain points, you know the frustrations of that particular product type, what it's solving, then you can really hit it with a great bonus, and you can get into that leaderboard and claim some prize money. I've done that quite a few times in the past few months. and it works like gangbusters if you got the right offer in place as far as the bonus and the angle for your email promotion. Even if you haven't got an email list, it's a great way for making quick YouTube videos to do similar, where if you understand the frustrations, you understand the questions being asked about products, you know what to answer, okay? It's giving you those ideas on a plate. It's doing all that analysis for you, okay? It's giving you answers to all the questions that you need. And coming back to the YouTube one, it not only scrapes the comments on YouTube, it will do it on Reddit threads as well, okay? So you can use this in both YouTube and on Reddit, that one Chrome extension. So what we're doing with this offer is we're putting the offer together with the social listening tool, okay? Now there's different price points because I know that some people have got the Tube Scraper Chrome extension. These are all Chrome extensions, okay? So you might not want all of the scraper tools that we've got, but we're bundling them with the social listening tool, okay? And you can choose a bundle of 3, or you can choose a bundle of all of them, or you can choose just one scraper, okay? So all the details will be on the sales page, okay? So if you're watching this video on the sales page, you scroll down to the bottom, you will see what options you've got there, okay? Now, if you make even a purchase of just one of these Chrome extensions, then you will get access, full access to the social listening tool, okay? And this is going to give you a huge amount of information, okay? So you can see I've pulled in all these comments, and as I've pulled in the comments, these are ready to be analyzed now, okay? So all I need to do here is I can go up, I can choose to make it load 100 comments. I can checkbox that, and when I checkbox that, I can I can choose to analyze all 402 that have not yet been analyzed, okay? And now that's chosen 402, then I can come down here. It's quite a lot of them, so let me come down here, and I can click to analyze all 402 here, and I can classify the topics that we got so that we can see a nice bar chart of the topics that we've got up here, and we can scroll down a little bit more, and there's a huge amount of information. All of this is gathered for you, saving you a huge amount of time. It will give you tool ideas for custom GPTs for building no-code tools like this social listening tool. It's a no-code tool, okay? I built that just by prompting. It will classify the topics from all of the checkboxed tweets or YouTube scrapes or Gmail, wherever you have been scraping. We can just simply start with analysis, classify the topics, find tool ideas, and we are getting some great information. It's very quick, it's very easy, and it saves you literally hours of time. Now, I did say in the email, this is my secret weapon. When we started the Fightback traffic systems, the very first thing I started teaching in the first webinar that we did was social listening. Why? Because it's where we can find new methods, we can find new tools that are coming out, we can find the latest information, watch it, follow the progress with the AI progression, with the updates and new models coming out. Anything new coming out, you find out almost instantly in places like YouTube and places like Twitter or X.com. And this gives us the ability that we can see what's happening, we can keep up to date. It's great for product validation as well. We can see the missing pieces, and you can see from the conversations, but that takes time to do, okay? It takes a huge amount of time to do, but I use it mainly for product ideas. But now it's all made super simple with this social listening system. This is where I get the ideas for my tools probably about 90% of the time now, okay? I'm just seeing what people are talking about. I'm seeing the changes. There's a whole bunch of people sharing case studies like that Pinterest one I showed you from Twitter there, okay? And you can go and just leave a comment with that particular tweet, and there's hundreds like it every single day, okay? And you can spot these, and you can go and leave a like, leave a comment. They will send you that case study, that methodology, that new technique, that new method, that new marketing method case study that has been proven to work. okay, and you're not spending money on Warrior Plus tools. This is social listening, okay? This is where I get my ideas for great tools that we're building with no code, just by prompting. And so if you get a hold of this today, you've got this for lifetime, okay? And you have got a tool that you can tap into anytime. You can even not do it for a few weeks, and you can catch up really quickly anytime that you want, just by spending 10-15 minutes with these scrapers open. Go to Substack, go to YouTube, go to Twitter, open your Gmail, etc., and do the scraping. Save them to a folder, all the CSVs, and put them into the social listening tool and click analyze. By the end of it, you get a huge amount of information, and all of it you can go through very, very quickly instead of spending hours, and you can cherry pick the very best things for your own newsletters, for your own content, for your own product ideas, for affiliate promotions, for a lot of different things. And plus, you are kept in the loop with the latest news that is happening within any topic as well. Okay, so if you want to grab this, get it today, okay, because right now it's a fantastic price. I should be selling this social listening tool on its own for about $197, but we're not even charging for it if you purchase just one Chrome extension, okay? We're going to give you this for free with your Chrome extension, okay? If you buy the bundle, you get it, and it doesn't matter if you buy one or you buy the whole bundle, you will get unlimited use of the social listening tool. But of course you need to put the CSVs in there, so that means you've got to do some scraping with the Chrome extensions, okay? But grab this while it's at this price. This really should be a $9.97 tool. When you see the power of this in action, when you see the tools that I'm coming out with, most of them are coming from this system, okay? Definitely about 90% are coming from this system, and I've made tens of thousands, I'm actually six figures, well into six figures now, by doing this, okay? And that is the power of the social listening system. We have made it super simple, we made it super easy, and we made it super achievable for you to get your hands on this today and use it for lifetime, okay? There's nothing like this in the market, and it's a really, really powerful system. Thanks.